What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So I've made a video on the Easter event for WoW many years, but this year is special because Blizzard actually did some changes to this old ancient event, meaning that it could be way more gold to make for you guys, also way less frustrating. And we're going to talk about what these changes are. But firstly, since the Easter event is live today, you guys should definitely check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide. I have the same discount sale as Blizzard is doing at 67%. So right now, you can copy yourself the 0 to 10 million gold guide for 67% off using the discount code SALE. And just know that this has been a book that I've been updating for 2.5 years. And whenever you buy the book, you will receive a lifetime of free updates. So whenever there's a new patch or even a new expansion, I update the book and I send that updated version to your email for free. So make sure to check that out with a link down below in the description. But if you're unaware of how to make gold during this Easter event, Noblegarden event, basically you will run around and you will pick up these eggs from the ground looking like this. And they're like all over the place outside of Alliance and Horde capital cities, right? Basically what happens is you get the brightly colored egg, you open up one of these bad boys and they will give you the Noblegarden chocolate. And they also have a chance of containing the mount itself, alongside with some cosmetic items, but you will always get the chocolate. So like one colored egg equals one chocolate, and then you also get some quest items and some just cosmetic appearance items. But the main thing gold making wise that you're after is the Noblegarden chocolate, and yes, you do have a chance of getting the mount itself from opening up these eggs. Now you take this Noblegarden chocolate, the currency, to the Noblegarden vendor, and you can use it to purchase the mount, which is like a 50k mount, or any of the battle pets as well can be bought with these, and that's how you make gold with the event. Now, as any seasonal event, a lot of people jump on this, and the mounts will go from like a really good price, and they will go really down until some big boy decides to buy them all up and sell them throughout the year after the event is done, and they make a killing of gold. Now, the issue with this event for many, many years now has been that people have just been camping a location. So, for instance, I would just sit at this location right here, and I would have 4 potential egg spawns within like the reach that I'm standing in. So there will be 1 egg spawning in this corner, 1 right here, and then 1 right here. And these eggs, they hyper spawn. Only 1 guy could pick up the egg, and once that egg was picked up, it would spawn at a different location somewhere else, like in town. So there was no point running around looking for eggs. Only the people that had no clue how to do this efficiently would do that. And the people that did know how to do it would just stand still at any spot where you would have multiple eggs within reach, and you would just constantly click those, and you would get a ton of chocolate per hour. The issue with this, because they had like this dynamic respawn wherever an egg was picked up, it would spawn somewhere else. People were using auto clickers, and sadly enough, they did not get banned. So they would just have an auto clicker on that would just spam at an egg location, like let's say this one, for instance, and they would just spam click it like this, like constantly click it. And whenever it spawned, it would be picked up, and they would have their accounts on for like 24/7, ending the event with like a shit ton of mounts. Now, everything has changed because Blizzard now has the same the same system as they do on Herbs and Ore, where you can have multiple people picking up an egg. So if I pick up this egg, it's going to disappear on my screen, but it will not disappear for this guy right here. Like, it's still up on his screen, just like with Veins and Herbs. Meaning that the eggs will not spawn at a different location until like 10 people has picked it up, right? So that makes auto clickers and camping one specific spot really bad compared to just doing like I was doing in my my test lab right here, where I was just running around constantly and picking up eggs at different locations. And that is still really good with this new system, because you're never gonna have like just eggs disappearing right in front of you because someone else just picked it up in front of your face. And you can actually average 1 mount per hour just running around picking up these chocolates. I did this for 6 minutes, as I said, and I couldn't recall like a lot of the spawn points, but I still managed to get over 50 brightly colored eggs. And you need 500 chocolates for a mount, and I got over 50 of them in a 6-minute test lap. So yeah, you can easily average 1 mount an hour, and that's just strictly like from the chocolate from the eggs. But as I said, once you open up these eggs, you do have a chance of getting the mount itself from the colored egg, meaning that you could get as much as 2-3 mounts an hour if you're lucky. But of course, there's a low drop chance, so you're going to find yourself doing this for a couple of hours where you're not going to get any mounts out of the eggs, and all of a sudden you're really lucky and you might get a couple of mounts in an hour. But regardless, I think this is a great change. I think this is going to result in just less of the mounts on the auction house in general, because it was a big issue with people using auto clickers on this, and just if they weren't even using auto clickers, maybe they were just sitting at the location for 16 hours a day just spam clicking eggs. So I think there's going to be less people interested in running around like this to pick up eggs for anything besides from their own personal use, right? But it is, of course, since this is done solo, since it's collectibles like mounts, it's one of the best ways to make gold solo right now. But yes, do pay attention to the price of the mounts or the battle pets as well, whatever is going to give you the most gold, because they usually have a really good price at the start of the event, and then they go down to dog shit prices before someone flips them. And obviously, 500 chocolate eggs for the mount, which is currently now 50,000 gold. And then you have, for less than half the amount of currency, you have the Noble Garden Bunny, which is at more than the mount. So a lot of people, there's too many people focused on the mount. Well, you could be making more gold buying the Noble Garden Bunny instead. So just keep that in mind. You also have this Spring Rabbit's Foot. Do not touch that at all. It's dog shit. It's not worth buying. You usually want to purchase the bunny or the Spring Strider. And these collectible items right here, like you can buy the white tuxedo shirts to sell them, but they're 50 eggs, and you're never going to be able to sell them for enough gold to the point where it's actually worth selling over the mount, that is. And all of these other items are bind on pickup, so it's pointless. It's usually always going to be the bunny or the Spring Strider or the mount in order to make gold on this. But yes, just absolute great change from Blizzard. So they definitely knew that this was an issue with the auto clickers and people just standing in one spot spamming the eggs. So yes, I think it's going to be less mount, but the same demand is going to result in higher prices, or at least the mounts will maintain their price longer, hopefully. With that being said though, that was pretty much it for today's video. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like this video. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload another video. And of course, don't miss out on the Easter sale on the Gold Guide. So make sure you use the discount code SALE and you'll get it for 67% off. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.